Alright, so, as many of my regulars know, a lot of the decks that we play on this channel are viewer submissions. In addition to playing specific decks that people have sent in, I also do what I refer to as build-around submissions, where someone sends me a card or set of cards to build around, and then I try and construct a deck for it. In this case, this is a build-around submission for the Ancient Greenwarden here. So I've paired Ancient Greenwarden with a variety of things that trigger landfall here to see if we can get some stuff going on. Nahiri's Lithoforming specifically is a very, very powerful card with Greenwarden, because you can sack a bunch of lands to Lithoforming, and then this lets you replay all those lands back out of your discard pile. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games here with this and see how it goes. Dang it. Apologies to anybody that just checked their phone. So, Declan's phone was charging in my office, and Christy, he must be looking for it. He didn't realize I took it to charge it. So, Christy made it play a noise so he could locate it. Alright, so what's the plan here? I think we're playing... So we have a 6-lander, but we also have 5 spells in our hand. I think we're playing Turntimber Symbiosis tapped on 1. You didn't hear anything. Oh, I wonder if the RTX filtered it out. That would be sick. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to see if it pulled it out. You didn't hear anything either. Sick. That's great. That's awesome. Technology's great. There was a clicking noise. Okay, sure. Okay, she barely didn't hear me. I was charging your phone because you left it on the couch. I did in fact just shout for my wife. And then a tiny child appeared, so you know, it's not bad. Think we're playing a Mammoth out here. Well, I messaged her on Facebook before I shouted for her. So I did try and communicate via terms that weren't shouting across the house. Do I want to take 2 cards out of their hand here? I don't think so. That RTX is really sick. It picked up the vibrating more than it did the actual sound. That's phenomenal. Technology is wild, yo. I think we're just getting Valakut Exploration going here. Oh no, not my Scute Swarm. That's rude. They take a damage at least. This is a good. As someone who likes to encourage people to do their civic duty while on shores, this is a cleave, right? Like 1,000% a cleave. There's 13 days left to fill out the 2020 census if you live in the United States. Make sure you do that if you haven't already. I think I'm going to play the untapped land here. Am I? If I play the untapped land, I can cast a Greenwarden if I hit it. But I also kind of want to be able to play Turntimber Symbiosis next turn. I think I'm trading my Mammoth for their Selfless Savior this turn. And then next turn we can go land Symbiosis. We're going to play this for the white side, because I already have double red, and we need triple white for Emeria's Call if we hit it again later. This isn't good enough, right? They're going to have a 4-2 with Cleave on it. I don't think I have any outs, but that's definitely anything we get just becomes a coward, right? Yeah. This deck needs a way to, this deck needs some artifact and enchantment removal in the sideboard. We'll have to add some of that after this. I don't know what card exactly we want to play, but we definitely want something. Wilt. Wilt's a lot of mana. There are 2 mana naturalizes in this format. Should Haley be a unicorn, a pineapple, or an avocado for Halloween? I gave you an actual pull, love. Confirmed Winota deck. I think I'm just Felidar retreating because it's the most resource efficient play this turn. I also want this down next turn so we can start making 2/2s. I don't see a pull. I ran it through Twitch. I don't know how the Twitch app works polls exactly. Oh, they made itself a coward. Right, because that's how that works. Forgot about that. Urkadar, thanks for 38 months. That's such a god-awful, stupid interaction. Like, I really can't put into words how much I hate that interaction. They rolled X's 2 on this. What interaction is that? This thing gets rid of the other creature types when it turns something into a coward. It's really awful templating that puts a lot of really weird interactions in ways that feel unnatural and aren't flavorful. Team Avocado, get in here. I think she's gonna be an avocado, Christy. I believe avocado has won. Because Bob is absurd. And we're just super dead to this, right? Bob's got the big crown for a reason, chat. Bob's got the big crown for a reason. I'm gonna keep my 6-lander. They're scared, chat. You see that? We put the fear in him. Grakmaw is sweet. We talked about this one. We talked about this one during spoilers. We were going over them. I like the design on this card a lot. I think I'm killing it. Yeah, definitely, Wargy. 10 out of 10. Am I smashing this with this? I think so. Okay. We don't start getting more Scuts until 6 mana though, right? Yeah. Hey, Telran, thank you for the very generous tier 3. I appreciate the 33 months. Welcome back. Toss this at something fizzy, we definitely can. Yeah, I'll be back to Daily Runeterra stuff next week, along with Daily Magic still continuing. What? Wicked Wolf! That card's still legal? Sounds good, Wargy. Well, that didn't quite work out as planned. Yeah, they fixed the Lithoform bugs while we're playing it. Armageddon ourselves smart. Yep. I think there's a chance that this deck is not as good as the other Greenwarden deck we played earlier today. Just gonna run it back for now. Not really sure exactly what their deck is doing. They're just playing kind of mid-rangey stuff. Go Spikefield on 1, Timbercrown, Cobra on 2. There might be something to this Lotus Cobra card, chat. Hey, DMA. Thank you for the Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Darvaza, thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Oh, the game sounds are low. Oh gosh, they're gonna be low in all of the videos today. Thanks for pointing that out, man. I had pulled down that slider last night when I did a sponsored thing. And I forgot to readjust it. The sponsored video player I was using didn't have a good slider to go on. It was definitely actually a thing. Game sounds are at a better level now. We just haven't leveled for the Ahmed Ket map. Yeah, exactly. You get it.
I will defend the land from all interlopers. We will never stand down.
Oh, she can put the creature in from their hand too. That's interesting. I thought this was just graveyard. She also gets it from hand. I was like, where'd the Gargoth come from? I don't remember them self-milling. Huh. Did we do a die? It definitely doesn't look good for our hero. Yeah, this isn't even close to mana doubling, chat. Not even a little. To trade Greenwarden for Gargoth here, which is fine. Trail of Crumb's gonna let them grind really well here. This Nissa is perfectly fine, which is why it's a mythic and not a rare. It's funny because it's true. So this could be a 6/6. I don't really want to trade it for the Wicked Wolf. I can't even trade it for the Wicked Wolf because of the food, so we'll just pass here. Alright, so far today, Dingleberries. Number of very reasonable games.
We will protect my home.
Hey, bites your ankle. Thanks for the quarter of a year. I've already got ankle biters of my own though, so I'd prefer if you leave my ankles alone. I'm afraid we can't do that. The Ankylia spiders. Sure. I'm gonna keep this 7-lander. Awakenings felt good in Red Black Power Ranger Historic. Yep, almost assuredly. My deck doesn't really put multiple lands into play in the same turn. I guess Lithoforming does. But other than Lithoforming, like I'm not an Uro deck, right? I'm not playing Dryad either. Yeah, it allows me to pick my spell lands back up off of the board too, which is sick. This card... Is this card actually good? It probably isn't, huh? It, like, lets me re-trigger landfall in situations too? The client's been mostly fine for me. Other people have still been reporting issues, though. Playing this out pre-combat, punishing, so I can't replay this now because I don't have another green. It's unfortunate. Thanks, Revolution. Yeah. I think it's weird when people stream on Twitch and mostly ignore their chat. Like, if you're not interested in engaging with the chat, like, probably just make YouTube content, right? Like, that's the big appeal to this platform in my mind, as opposed to the others where you post pre-recorded stuff, is being able to be interactive while you go. Take feedback and have discussions. Interaction is the big reason a lot of people end up here as opposed to watching Netflix or YouTube or other services like that. My opponent's mono blue deck did a whole lot of nothing and then died. Do you think this card's good against their deck, chat? Do you think that one's good against whatever they're doing? I don't quite know what they're doing, but I bet this is good. I'm gonna get rid of the Lithoforming since they're playing the land bounce card. gonna put in some Bonecrusher Giants as extra threats. Again, not quite sure what they're doing. Gonna err on the side of being proactive. Are linear, non-interactive streamers good and modern? Asking the real questions. Kazvin, thanks for the 34 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, the rogue deck felt very competitive when we played it yesterday for the few matches we got in. That one is back in the deck queue and we'll be getting to it again soon. I like having you spend a bunch of time proving my ideas are bad instead of me having to do it myself. It's a good system too. I definitely am a lot of people's testing. Would you like to counter my spell? I have another. You have neutralized my snake. That's why I brought a backup snake. A snake, a snake. Oh, it's a snake. You think this can constitute a badger, chat? Is it close enough? Close enough to a badger? Maybe. Alright, censor me, daddy. Oh, yeah. You know, just what I like. People making snakes on a plane reference to my Badger song reference are making me sad, chat. Kids. Darn kids these days and their rap music and their lack of appreciation for the memes of old. Wait a minute. Why is the auto tapper highlighting my opponent's island when I drag this Greenwarden up? Oh, it's the mushroom. It's the mushroom. Look at that. Look at that. Highlight the island. Let it go. Highlight the island. Let it go. How is that even possible? What kind of spaghetti mess is going on that is what is occurring currently? Mom spaghetti. Knees weak. Arena's got vomit on its sweater already. Joke's on you, opponent! Can't make me bounce a land if I don't have any basics! Clastronaut, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. They turned us into a pumpkin, chat. Snakes on a Plane is 2 years older than the Badger song. Sure, but that wasn't what I was referencing. Hey chat, do you think they're expecting to be able to interact with the spell I cast this turn? Charge! The Cragplate Baloth, chat. Crunch. Driving in my beast, beep beep. Hope no one wrecks into me. Driving in my beast, beep beep. See, chat, you put 2 of them in your sideboard so you could draw them. As visions of Cragplate Baloths dance on the board. Oh no, not a counterspell. Oh no. Bye, Fred. Let's reprint it with haste. And kicker. Kick it. Do 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 do. Pew, doo, doo, pew, pew. When did the Onion stop writing satire, chat? I must have missed their transition to a traditional news source. We ran out of fake stories. It definitely seems like that could be a possibility. It's a real danger in the times we live in. This is why we're playing Spikefield Hazard to kill opposing Cobras. I think the best description I heard for 2020 was we're actually all living in a Sim City simulation, and the person in charge of the world just got bored, and they're triggering each natural disaster in order, just trying to see how it interacts. So what you're saying is it's aliens next. Oh, 1000%. It is definitely aliens next.
Do not defile my lands. The land devours intruders. You cannot quell the royal.
Well, these lands, I was like, why didn't I get an option to block there? The lands have menace. Got it. just gonna Scute Swarm and then Scavenging Ooze. These Felidars look very different than the artwork on here. These are very cartoony. These are not.
will protect my home.
If you would like to spend a removal spell killing my cats, I'm okay with that. Sure. Man, these lithoformings have really not been good for us. That was really loud. That being said, Scute Swarm Felidar Retreat here, definitely not looking too shabby. Yeah, Scute Swarm plus Felidar there definitely looked pretty a-okay. Well, I just literally didn't have anything else to do, Blue Man, so like passing the turn there seemed real bad. Day 9 was having success with those two cards yesterday. Sweet. They both seem like individually okay cards, right? Okay, so we've got the Scute Felidar Retreat curve here. Yeah, it really makes you wonder if Donald Trump responded to COVID with all the ferocity he's responded to TikTok with, how many more Americans would still be alive today? Are we just questing beasting here? I think I'm just questing beasting here. Scute Swarm with Mutate. Create an exact copy? Create a copy instead. So that copy's the mutated stuff, right? That seems sweet. Land. Nailed it. Would like to eat this Titan of Nature's Wrath. Alright, if we draw a land next turn, we get to Greenwarden. We get to Greenwarden and then get a bunch of triggers here, so. Alright, that's a land. Oh, and if this hits, we have lands in the graveyard. Squad goals, chat. Squad goals. For the swarm. Yep. Yeah, sweeper here. That's not a sweeper. And there's no Maelstrom Pulse in this format, right? They can have Extinction Event. Survival rule 781. There are always more Scute Bugs.
The swamps come to my aid.
Alright, well, I mean, we at least got to accomplish the thing. The Mammoth part of this deck seems a little bad. Emeria's Call's been a little whatever. I kind of want to, like, look at the Scute Swarm. Just the Scute Swarm. Felidar, whatever's. X is what's going on here. We will replace these with something else. A little bit more interaction, perhaps. Hey, Jeggy, thank you for the brand new Prime Support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Welcome to everybody that's hanging out here today, by the way. Been around 1,500 people for the last little bit, which is awesome to see people excited about the new set. New land spell flip cards are awesome. If you're a new viewer, welcome. I stream full-time here on Twitch. We play a ton of Magic the Gathering. We play some Legends of Runeterra. We do some other variety role-playing games and different turn-based strategy games. I'm here 7 days a week in the morning. I'm here 5 days a week in the evenings. I'll be done after this deck this morning. I'll be back tonight with another set of more standard. And then tomorrow, if you're interested in playing some competitive standard, we have our monthly Hoaglandia Open. So if you think you've perhaps broken the standard format, you should sign up playing that. Get some cool stuff, ink, store credit, and get on coverage, show off your sweet brew. If tomorrow goes well, we have a decent viewer count, and the feedback and stuff is good. Cool Stuffs Inc. has given me permission to start running 2 events per month. So that's something we might scale up into, do 2 events in October. Maybe do a standard event and a historic event every month if both formats are reasonable. Where's the name Hoagland come from? Somewhere way back, I have relatives that immigrated to the United States from the Netherlands, yes. Like many Americans, though, I have lots of heritage from lots of places. Parents had lots of background and nationalities. Don't really personally identify as anything other than American. I think my grandfather on my mother's side was 100% Italian, but other than that, a lot of everything. So I could play a land. We're definitely playing a land. The land makes 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, so I could kill one of these, but I don't really think that sounds very profitable. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and play. I think I'm gonna play the Smashing tapped here. And then I'm gonna plan to call to make 2 4/4s next turn, I think is my line here. We'll play this with the Cobras out and do that. I'm gonna be honest, Wargy, I don't really care how you pick, just make sure we don't end up with Uros in the feature match as long as we can avoid it. Especially week 1 of Standard. I'll end up picking the first round feature matches because we'll pick features based on people who have been previous open winners for the first round. And then from there, we'll go based on deck list. Vaguely Eastern European Jewish. The countries weren't well defined at that time. Yeah. A lot of different stuff. Yeah, that's sweet. But the previous open winners are on Uro. I imagine at least one of them won't be. So everybody else gets indestructible. It's probably not even worth attacking, honestly. Not really pushing any damage. So we start making Scute Swarm copies next turn if we draw another land. Oh, you're creating a scoring system. Sure. That's super fancy. I mean, any land there was good. Opponent played a bunch of X3s, so like, this is like my anti-aggro card in the sideboard. I guess I just board it in because it's a 4-3. Valakut Exploration doesn't seem very good. Yes, only your non-angel creatures gain indestructible with Call. So Virginia started early voting today. Does anybody know, do they start tallying the votes early, or do we not find out until November? I'm letting the Stream Decker person know that they're having issues with importing. The manual way to fix it is you need to paste it into a text file and get rid of the offending lines. But that's not a piece of software I write, so we have to wait for them to fix it. Yeah, I know it varies by state. That's why I was asking about Virginia specifically. According to my Twitter timeline, Virginia starts today. Yeah, that set release bump, Greyhound. Croaky's has been like over 5K for most of the last day or two. It's been real sick. Or 4,000, still great for Magic. It's such a bad joke that they didn't invite him to the Invitational. I don't know who makes their decisions, but they are definitely decisions. I'm not really involved with that project anymore, Beetle. I passed it along to some other people in the community. Alright, so I just want to draw lands for the rest of the game. No, I don't. It's not even that, Arados. Like, they literally just, they didn't skip him and invite other people. They just, like, had an invitational and didn't invite their big creators. Like, it's definitely not malice in his case. They're just incompetent. Who's ever making the decisions, like, isn't making good decisions. Like, the point, it speaks volumes about the approach that Wizards has, that they'll spend money buying fake embedded viewers, but they won't do things like invite croakies to their events that would generate organic interest. Think we're just making 2/2/2s here. Going to 2 and then hoping to stabilize with Lithoforming on the back of Felidar next turn. That'll do, pig. A crappy lawyer, you're actually a lawyer. Yeah, they're just not a good one. Every member of Twitch chat is a lawyer, an astronaut, a physicist, and a doctor. For anybody that's new here. Wouldn't go anywhere else to get my legal advice. Guess I could have played my second Scuse out there. I'm also a child at heart. If I would have played the Scuse, we could have double blocked here. This makes the Felidar tokens bigger, doesn't it? Is there cats? There cat beasts? What's the card type on Scute Swarm? Does Scute Swarm get bigger from this? Insect, rats. Alright, and we just want to draw lands for the rest of the game now? I need to change my name to a competent lawyer at some point. Maybe. Will we believe you, though? What are the odds you draw land? You only have like 8 of them. That's a good point. I have 12. Thank you very much. So if we draw land, I think we play Scavenging Ooze and then give our entire board +2/+2. Yep, that's land. Just kill their planeswalker here. Wait, these things have vigilance too? And vigilance till end of turn. Oh, that's sick. Man, this card's good. Is this card good? This card might be good. For as silly as the cats in the artwork look. Felidar of the Dead. We banned a card similar to this, right? We're gonna draw Lithoforming, sack 4 lands, and draw 0 lands. Yeah, probably. Huh? What did I like about this? I liked Felidar Guardian and Scute Swarm. I almost feel like maybe we didn't need these Scavenging Oozes. Like, our linear plan felt... Day 9 called the card Better Outlaws Variant. I mean, to set a low bar, he's not wrong. This card's definitely better than Outlaw Merriment. Maybe you could get rid of this and put in some other linear stuff. This was the first deck that we got to cast Emeria's Call in, and that felt very reasonable. Spikefield Hazard continues to feel like a good card. I feel like this is probably a card you want in most red decks in this format, as long as Lotus Cobra's gonna be a staple in this format. Having ways to consistently kill it feels good. Valakut Exploration was kinda whatever. Ancient Greenwarden was sweet. The fact that the big standout to me in this deck, as well as the other decks that we've played, is that Greenwarden plus Lithoforming is a very, very powerful 1-2. It was very good in the Omnath deck we played earlier today. I'm interested. So in the deck queue, we're going to be done for this morning. But when we come back tonight, I think we're going to do some Simic Scute Swarm. So we're going to continue putting lots and lots of bugs into play. At any rate, thanks everybody for hanging out today. Remember, if you're looking for more standard content from yours truly, we played 4 different standard decks last night here. So those are all up on my YouTube channel now. 5 actually yesterday all together. If you're someone that can't watch absolutely everything that I put out, there's this favorites tab on my website here, which every day I tag at least one deck that was exceptional or stood out from the rest. And remember, if you're looking to play in our tournament series tomorrow, signups are available on MTG Melee. We currently have 35 people signed up. Everybody that gets at least 4 match wins will get Cool Stuffing store credit, with the top place taking home $180 worth. I'll be back this evening, about 6 hours from now. I'm going to get some stuff added to YouTube, update the deck queue, have some food, see my children for a bit, and then I'll be back tonight. Peace, folks. Everybody stay safe out there.